Every day there's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing, earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears they rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations. Shine, hold the sunlight on your chest and fly. Look to the sky, let your spirit shine brightly, shine brightly. Oh, shine. Share the magic deep in your soul. Feel glitter around you. Live your greatest truth. Catch those dreams, swimming beside you. Yours for the taking. No more just waiting. Shine, hold the sunlight on your chest and fly. Look to the sky, let your spirit shine brightly, shine brightly. Oh, shine. Let's be smiling, smiling. Let's be smiling, smiling. Let's be smiling, smiling. Let's be smiling, smiling.
Can people see me now? Can people see me now? Can people hear me now? Can anybody see and hear me now? If so, then we've corrected whatever problems were taking place. I need to know if people can see me. I see Heather. I see Mia. I see Libby. I see Lobedo. Can people see me now? People see me now. All right. So my apologies for that. I am not sure what took place. I am getting rather warm here now. We are going to dive in this evening. Somebody says, best show ever. We are going to dive in this evening and talk about our future self. And I guess my future self said we are already done. How does it go? News of my death has been greatly exaggerated or something. It was at P.T. Barnum. But so glad to see everyone here tonight. And I apologize for any tech challenges we had at the beginning. I'm not sure what's going on. How do I put this? It's the best way. Okay, first, what are we doing here this evening? This evening, we're going to talk about how to connect with your future self, how to merge with your future self, how to become that best version of yourself, that ascended version of yourself in the future already realized. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to do it in a little bit shorter format. Usually we're about an hour and a half for a live event. Tonight, we are going to cut it down to about an hour. So we're going to have a main talk here about how you can become your future self. What does that mean, become your future self? We'll talk about that in just a minute. We'll do a brief Q&A, and time permitting, we will do a very brief meditation at the end. I'll also tell you about our automatic writing promotion because we are having a class tomorrow where you'll learn how to speak with your future self. Now, this evening, before these tech challenges, and I'm not quite sure what just happened there, but before these tech challenges, Jessica, Hana Bear, that's my wife and daughter and myself, were out getting cold. Why were we getting cold? Because we were doing a photo shoot. We're rebranding Inspire Nation. We're helping bring it up, bring it into the modern age, bring it into this next 10 years, because we are a little over 10 years old now. And so we're doing our first photo shoot really ever for Inspire Nation. It started today on the perhaps coldest fall day in northern Florida and one of the windiest cold days in northern Florida. And it felt great. Why and how did it feel great? It felt great because I could see where we're going, I could feel where we're going, and I could feel myself being drawn to that point. That's what I want to talk with you about this evening. That's the state that I want to help get you into. And so we are actually, oh, wow, I don't even know if I'm dragging around my screen here. That is the state that I want to get you into, and I will show you how to get into. My screen is doing the craziest things. I hope you can still see me. It is, what in the world? I don't even know what it is doing. Maybe my future self is taking over here. Let's dive into the teaching because time is of the essence, and I want to get to the teaching before we have any more tech challenges here this evening. So, as I did this photo shoot, and whenever I share story, it's only to share story to share with you. Hana Bear, are you wanting to dive in here? You want to say hi to everybody real briefly because we're off to a bumpy start. Is that okay if we just say hi real briefly? Here we go. Okay. Here we are. There we go. And do you want to say hi to people? Nope. We're not touching any of the buttons. You want to say hi? Want to just wave and smile? You want to stick out your tongue? Very good. And you're going to wave. All right. Just going to stick out your tongue. All right. I love you. Good night. Thank you. All right. We did this photo shoot earlier today. Obviously, it was cold and it was a bit uniquely challenged. If you can get that studio door, thank you so much. But a funny thing happened during... my wife is interrupting. Oh, no, I was saying thank you for closing the door. It was cool. That event today was cool. Hold on. Can we please close that studio door? We'll get it taken care of here. Let me get that studio door. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. There we go. It was a really cool event earlier today because I could see my future self realized. What does that mean? I could feel who I'm becoming over this next year. I can feel where I was going to be or will be. And I could have this body sense. So I talked with Sonia Choquette earlier this week. A beautiful show that's out Thursday. How does it get any better than this? And we were talking about the difference between feeling something and sensing something. And feeling something is I feel upset. I feel nervous. I feel anxious. And that is still actually a sticky residue of this 3D or material world, to quote Madonna. The I feel coming from your emotional side of things. I sense or I merge with the frequency of and can feel it from a sensory perspective. I don't necessarily have the best word for it other than sense or feel, but I'm trying to stay away from that. That is getting in vibrational alignment with something, or a vibrational alignment that has a signal that points you a different direction. You see, your first language wasn't, and will never be words. Your first language is not even emotions. Your first language, supra language, is, supra meaning above, energy. When you get in vibrational alignment with your future self, and you vibrate with the energy of your future self, crazy, amazing, beautiful things happen. That's what we're talking about tonight. When you merge with your future self, and I'm going to show you how to do it here tonight. I'm not a fluff kind of guy. I'm not a rah-rah kind of guy. I'm somebody who wants to give you very specific tools. When you merge with your higher self, when you merge with a higher version of yourself, energetically, you can draw yourself forward to exactly where you belong or where you desire to be. You draw yourself along for where you belong or where you desire yourself to be. What does that mean? Is this kind of law of attraction, hocus pocus? No. And there's a time and a place for a lot of law of attraction goodness. This isn't law of attraction goodness. This isn't Napoleon Hill rewiring your subconscious goodness, which is awesome. This isn't any of this. What this is getting in vibrational alignment, getting in frequency with. So, I do a lot of Napoleon Hill work, law of attraction work, Joseph Murphy work, Campbell, all of them, all of the greats. This goes to a whole new level. All of the greats work. No, Blavatsky, now that's going somewhere. But in a sense, a lot of them are based in a physical reality. we can actually hop past that physical reality to more of an energetic reality, a frequency-based reality, we can say. And what that does is you can call out to your future self from a frequency-based reality and have that frequency-based reality call you home. What does it mean to call you home? It calls you home to your essence. It calls you home to your energy, or who you were always meant to be. So tomorrow night in automatic writing, if you want to come learn, I'd love to teach you automatic writing. It's a channeled process. You put pen to paper, and you hear from your angels, your guides, or you can certainly call it your higher wisdom, your higher self, but also your future self. You can talk to the you at the end of 2026, which is awesome. I'll have a coupon code here. Going beyond that, though, we can start tonight. We don't have to attend any class. We can start tonight by getting in that frequency state of our future self already realized. How does it get any better than this? Where do we start? It's about imagining your future self already here, or imagining your future self how you wish to be in a year, how you wish to feel, how you wish to see the world around you, and holding that image. We're going to go tour Florida. My guess is a whole bunch of beautiful Unity churches, starting with Unity Orlando on January 23rd and 24th. We're going to tour all different Unities in Florida this winter/spring. And then we're going to go all across the country and across Canada, and we'll probably expand from there. I can see myself, feel myself at the end of the year having this been wildly more successful than I can ever imagine, with all sorts of connections and unexpected goodness and possibilities coming. And I can feel how I will feel after a very successful year. I'm on fire. I've stepped into my power. So let's take a moment here. We started this show, first off, if you hung in there through all the craziness with the camera and with everything going on. And I honestly don't know what happened, except that beforehand I was getting something that said it was going to become unmuted once I started. And I probably should have paused, pulled back, and seen what was going on from there. But I want us to drop down into our energy right now, or drop down into our heart placed space. Then we'll continue the talk. But this dropping down has everything to do with your future self. So what I'd like you to do is, first off, I'd like you to imagine a future you, a you about a year from now. A you that is so crazy amazing. I'm healthy. I'm healed. I'm married. I have a baby on the way. I have the most amazing partner in my life. I have more money left at the end of the month. I have whatever it is, finally. Peace. You can breathe. Whatever it is, hold that image for just a moment. Now, I don't need you to think about that image at all. What I'd simply like you to do is breathe in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. Can you feel yourself more at peace? Can you feel yourself more grounded in the moment? This is the place where we get to play. This, and somebody mentioned Bonita Springs. Maybe we get to to play there too. If you are go to any of the Unity churches in Florida, feel free to reach out. I have a feeling Unity is going to be our home for this tour. I have a very strong suspicion of that. And I know Unity Orlando is now home. How does it get any better than this? We anchor into this energy. We anchor into this pure state. And from here, we can now anchor in our future. Now, If you've ever had a near-death experience, if you've ever had an out-of-body experience, if you've ever had a profound, life-changing experience that you could feel on an energetic level, that is the key that unlocks the door to your future. It is such a powerful key. What I'm teaching tonight will do the very same thing, will help you to unlock that future state already realized. And if I stumble and bumble a little with my my words here this evening, forgive me. We've been out doing a photo shoot this afternoon. It was intense, and there was wind and cold and everything. And then we had some minor tech challenges here. And so I'm just going to anchor in that energy and let whatever hiccups, look at that, 111 thumbs up. How does it get any better than this? Let those hiccups, whatever they may be, take place. And 111 means exactly where I'm supposed to be, exactly where you're supposed to be, and perfectly on track. All right. I love to give you attunements. They are energetic transmissions that come from my automatic writing. Again, you can join me tomorrow night. Come from my automatic writing and help shift your energy or shift your vibration or carry you to a different state. Somebody's saying it's hard to imagine their future. Don't try to imagine, how do I want it to be? Imagine how rockin' awesome it could be. Yeah, but that's fiction. Play in the land of pure fiction. Because there are some buried truths and huge buried truths behind it. Play in the land of fiction and imagination because your imagination, like Willy Wonka, didn't start from you. This is something I've practiced a lot and something that's bearing fruit right now because it no longer takes place on a conscious level. I want you to start with me with this attunement. This is an attunement that I've done many, many, many times. And then I want you to start practicing this over the week ahead and practicing this over the many months ahead and see what comes of it. Here's where we start. I'd like you to do this along with me. First, I'm going to give you the most abridged version of this, and then I'm going to give you a longer version. First 3 lines. And you can do this simply sitting here. You can do it at night, first thing in the morning. I like to do it also massaging my chest, which is connecting both sides, the left and right, or connecting both hemispheres of the brain, helping in my case with a concussion to heal the brain, but helping you to get to that theta brainwave state where you are half here, half not, or more plugged into the other side of the veil, which is the every side of the veil for that matter. Here it goes. I merge with my future self. Say this along with me. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. That's it. Short and simple and sweet. One more time. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. And then see what you want to see. As you say, I merge with my future self. Do you see yourself healthier, wealthier, more abundant, more peaceful, safe, calm, at ease, no longer alone? What is it you feel in that future state? I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. The more you repeat this, even without thought, even without knowing where you're going, what you're going to become, what that will look like, the more you get in resonant frequency with a greater version of yourself, the more that you get in harmony. That's what resonant frequency means. What's a resonant frequency? If you put 2 tuning forks in a room and you go bing on one tuning fork, the other one's going to go bing, start to vibrate as well. If you play a harp in a room or a piano, the strings on the other harp or the piano are going to start to get in resonant frequency as well. This is about getting in harmony with your future self. What does that mean? as you get in harmony with your future self, and you don't even need to know the words behind it. You don't even need to know, what's my future self going to look like? What's it going to feel like? What it's going to be thinking like? Of course, automatic writing tomorrow night can teach you how to talk with it, him, her, they, and get that information. But you don't even need that to begin. What happens as you say, I am merging with my future self, I merge with my future self, I merge with my future self, I merge with my future self, your present reality, and I put that in quotes because it ain't real. None of this is real. Michael, you're telling me I can walk off a bridge or no, that would hurt. But this reality is only a blink of an eye, and it's really just a holographic, we can call it a simulation, we can call it whatever we want, to help us to learn and grow and expand. It is a place where we can practice pure love. It is a place where we can practice healing wounds. It is a place where we can learn and grow and manifest, meaning create, tangibly create. It's kind of cool. But as you begin to merge with your future self, what happens is your present reality, who you are, where you are, what the job is, what your life is like, starts to get fuzzy. Or a good English term that I like is squidgy. It starts to become squishy. It starts to become more malleable. Somebody's mentioning chocolate factory again. It becomes like chocolate you can mold. If you see yourself in this energy as wealthy and abundant next year, suddenly you find you have more money at the end of your month. Or magically calls start to come in, or you start carrying yourself differently. If you see and feel yourself becoming healthier at the end of this year, you start walking differently. You start talking differently. You start acting differently. Your energy becomes different. If you imagine your future self already has a soulmate by their side, suddenly you bring that confidence with you in everything you do and how you act today. So here's the thing. Tomorrow I can teach you how to speak with your future self, get answer, guidance, and almost step-by-step direction, but it doesn't begin with words. Language is not your first language. Repeat that after me. Language is not my first language. Really embody this. Language is not my first language. One more time. Language is not my first language. Why am I saying this? Why am I anchoring this in? Because all of this and all that I'm going to teach you, and even this amazing event that we're having in Unity next month, that we're already planning out what we're going to do to help shift you, is all a remembrance of who and what you truly are. A divine, immortal creator who creates with thoughts before actions, with energy before words. So if I can get you supra or beyond, above and beyond your words, now we're gonna rock. It's interesting, even with AI, what they call deep language machines, language is never AI's first language. It's always energy. It wouldn't exist without energy. And one could say it takes too much energy, but it begins with energy. So when you merge with this energy of your future self, what happens is you begin vibrating at that same frequency in the future, which is, dare I say, a higher frequency. Why? We're all ascending. We're all growing. We all feel things are going too fast right now because we are being pumped up with energy. And so what happens is you start, as you merge with your future self, you start vibrating at that same higher frequency. And there's a law of vibration of the universe that says, we can call it the law of attunement. That which you vibrate with, you become. Law of attunement. That which you vibrate with, you become. I'm going to write that down for Hana Bear to put it there. Law of attunement. That which you vibrate with, you become. If you get nothing else from tonight's show, this is it. Everything has a frequency. Vibrate at the frequency of a diamond, you become diamond light. Vibrate at the frequency of the sun, you become more sun-like. And this is a month in our School of Mystics, we're teaching how to beam even brighter. Vibrate at the frequency of your happy, healthy future self. or the one at greater peace. And you become more of that as well. Now, from a scientific point of view, if you could perfectly match the vibration of the vibrational frequency of a diamond, and I'm not recommending this, you actually become the diamond. If you could vibrate at the exact frequency of the sun, you become the sun, or you become whatever it is. This is why quartets are so powerful. The symphony is so powerful. You can hear it when singers get into vibrational alignment. There's a warble. There is a physicality to that sound. And if you go into a crystal shop or a place where there are many singing bowls going at the same time, it becomes, it becomes non-local, because every single molecule around it starts to vibrate at the exact same frequency coming off of the bowl. You get into a perfect harmonic resonant frequency. That's what you can do here as well. If you get in perfect harmonic resonant frequency, say that 10 times fast, perfect harmonic resonant frequency, perfect harmonic resonant frequency. Okay, I guess I can. You become that with which you desire. And how does it get any better than this? That's what you can do starting here tonight. That's what you can do tonight. That's what you can do in the morning. That's what you can do tomorrow evening. Come join us at all. Shameless plug. But it works. That's what you can do each and every day. And you start to become that which you vibrate with. You start to become that which you vibrate with. Imagine your future self living the life you desire, healthier, wealthier, less lonely, more supported, family and friends by your side, a greater peace, on track, whatever it is you desire. Take that in. Imagine your future self, that's you, living the life you desire. Healthier, wealthier, more supported, surrounded by friends, by family, and greater peace, on track, or whatever you desire. Anchor that in for a moment as I go to sneeze. I hoped you anchored that in and not the sneeze. And yes, happy Hanukkah to everybody. And so many prayers go out to, oh my gosh, so many prayers go out at Brown. So many prayers go out in Australia. So many prayers go out to the Reiner family and so much more. Everybody in Washington in the floods. Spend time there, not in the floods. Spend time in the resonant frequency of your future self. Kick back at the end of the day. Spend time there. Wake up in the morning. Kick back. Don't rush out of bed. Spend time there. Watch them. Look at them. Feel what it feels like. Role play in your mind's eye. Go for a walk as if you are them. Talk to yourself as if you are them. That's where we start. How do we vibrate at a specific frequency, says Mystic Jimsy? I merge with the energy of my future self. Or I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. Either one of those starts to put you in that state and spend time there. Most importantly, feel that you are them. Feel that you are your future self. I feel that I've already done this year of talks and I go, oh my God, why was I trying so hard on YouTube? This is where I belong. Oh my God, am I reaching so many more people? Wow, 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 wow. This is incredible. I worried about the show. I worried about this thumbnail. It has all come together. You can have and do and be the same thing too. You will become them. Not just metaphysically, not just metaphorically, but quite literally. And let's do this. Let's do the more energized version than even I have here. I merge with the energy of my higher self. Do this along with me. I merge with the energy of my higher self. I merge with the energy of my higher self. I merge with the energy of my future self. Can you feel that? I merge and I merge and I merge. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge and I merge and I merge. I become my future self. I become my future self. I become my future self. I merge and I merge and I merge. I am the greatest version of me. I am the greatest version of me. I am the greatest version of me. I merge and I merge and I merge. I am free. I am free. I am free. Woohoo! What you are doing. I merge with my higher self. I am free. I am free. I am free. This whole thing, what you are doing, as you are getting yourself in more vibrational alignment and more vibrational alignment and more vibrational alignment until you unlock the door to your future self, until you unlock the shackles of the old, until you free yourself from the patterns that have kept you down and from the wounds that have kept you stuck without thought, without efforting, almost without words, but with energy. For each of those statements is so energy laden that you don't have to give it thought. You don't have to give it efforting. Nothing that I'm teaching you is about efforting. Why? I don't know about you, but I'm pretty exhausted. I'm not like exhausted like, oh, I can't do the work. I am jazzed, super excited to do the work. But every day is hard right now for almost all of us. But we jump beyond the hardness when we play with the energy of, play with the frequency of energy. When we play in that state of the future already realized of our higher self, of our future self, of our ascended self. All words to describe who and what you are becoming already are, since time is not real, but who you are re-merging with or re-emerging as. Now, yes, I highly recommend doing shadow work. Lots of teachings on that. And clearing all the wounds you can. Actually, our School of Mystics, we are doing a huge clearing. I think that's next week before Christmas. We are doing a huge clearing. But this very exercise and attunement can help you leap beyond many of those wounds to the greatest, freest, lightest version of yourself. Doesn't mean that we don't still get to shine a light. There we go. Props. We don't get to shine a light at the wounds that get to be cleared, but we don't need to give them so much energy when we get in vibrational alignment with our future self who has already been healed from those wounds. When you play with this highest, greatest, freest version of yourself, you are merged. You are complete. You are whole and living a newer, better, brighter life because you felt it was so. Now, of course, you can hear from your future self, and I'd love to invite you to automatic writing. Got a coupon code there, a sale code to join Miss tomorrow night. You can hear from your future self and get ideas, downloads, and directions. Tomorrow night, I'll teach you how to write them specifically and hear answers. I'll let you in on a little secret. Ooh, goody. Just doing this tonight, you're going to start to get whispers. Not creepy like, I can hear you. Excuse me, whisper. But you're going to start to hear things in your head. Turn here, do this, try that. What about the other thing? I know you didn't want to go there, but maybe that's exactly where you get to go. You're going to start to hear from that resonant frequency, from that greater version of yourself, even more. Automatic writing can teach you maybe more discernment. But now that you've done this tonight, and now that you continue to do this, if you commit to doing this, do it twice a day. At least do it morning and do it evening. If not in the middle of the day. If not, oh my God, you want to know the greatest time to do this? And so when someone steps on your foot, what do you mean, Michael? When you feel downtrodden, when you feel shut off, when you feel strangled, when you feel the air is knocked out of you, I merge with the energy of my higher self. I merge with the energy of my higher self. I merge with the energy of my higher self. I merge and I merge and I merge. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I merge with my future self. I am free. I am free. I am free. You will not be pushed down. You will not be tamped down. You will not lose your energy. You will not lose your breath anymore. But you will be so filled up because, not despite, but because of that experience. And every time you get this, every time you say this, every time you do this, you start to hear more from your future self. You start to get more direction. That's what that's what we're talking about. Somebody just asked, why did I change your background? I love being outside here in Palm Coast and the Intercoastal with boats going past us. But as I was mentioning earlier, it is the coldest evening here tonight, I believe, that we've experienced in Florida since we got here this year. And it is the windiest. Our lights could not stay up. So we had to go inside tonight. We should be back outside, plan on being back outside next week. And the Sonia Show Catch Show, you can see all these yachts and all sorts of cool stuff going by. It's so cool. That's this Thursday. How does it get any better than this? And tomorrow night, if it's warmer, I'll be teaching automatic writing outside again, right on the Intracoastal here in northern Florida. It begins here and now. Your future begins in this moment. You had no idea when you clicked on this that your future begins now. I'm talking right now. Your future begins right now by getting in alignment with your future self. That's where it begins. I see that I don't even know how to take care. We've got so many strange things up on the screen. Nope, I guess it's going to suggest going to School of Mystics. I can't recommend that enough. Love it. But we also have a link to automatic writing down below and the coupon code in there. It begins here and now. First, see your future self. Feel your future self. First, see your future self. I see you. I see you, Michael. Second, feel you are your future self. It will be so cool. Next year at the end of 2026, I've given these talks, I've done this, I've done that. You've healed. You've healed. Third, ask to merge with your future self. In other words, do an attunement, the one here this evening, with your future self. So we see your future self, we feel our future self, we ask to merge with ourselves, and then see yourself as if you are your future self. And it will be so. Or something even better. Or something even better. It will be so. That's a law of the universe. When you get in vibrational frequency, alignment, and harmony with something, that is what you become. If you're like, oh my God, I'm wildly prosperous and successful and this and that and the other, and you truly get in that vibrational alignment, you can't help but be that. That's actually why I like to watch endings of movies. And often right before bed. I think last night I'm like, wow, we've got this photo shoot coming up. I've got this going on, this taking place. And I can't really clear my mind. I'm too tired to want to go into my automatic writing right now. What do? Watch the last 30 seconds of a beautiful movie. Get in that vibrational alignment of, ah, and go to sleep. And you wake up in vibrational alignment with, ah, because of that frequency. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Now, a 1-minute shameless plug for our automatic writing class tomorrow night. Why do you want to do it? Number one tool, I teach all of my coaching clients. I don't really have many coaching clients at the moment because I now do this. But if you were my coaching client, I would teach you automatic writing first thing. Why? Because I want you to hear from your higher self. I want you to hear from your future self. We can call it angels, guides. We can call it all this good stuff. But your future self is real. And your future self is in the know of what you get to do, what you don't get to do, where you've tripped up, where you've fallen, pitfalls to avoid, how to get you on track, where you're supposed to go, your purpose, your path, your direction, all of that. You can learn how to do that in automatic writing. You don't have to be able to channel. You don't have to be able to write. You don't have to have passed any classes in school whatsoever. You don't have to have a talent in it. You certainly don't have to have a family lineage in channeling, tea leaf reading, or any of this. I'll teach you a process tomorrow night, or recording whenever you catch this. If you go to automaticwriting.com, or if you use the link here, you get a history of, you get all of our past classes, you get over 50 videos, you get attunements and meditations and theta brain entrainment music. You get all of this goodness. I will teach you, though, if you come join us tomorrow night, being Tuesday night, December 16th, I will teach you how in one evening you can go quiet, breathe deep, put pen to paper, and start hearing from your future self. Sort of like your future self going, "Hi, Michael," or "Hi, Tomcat," "Hi, Just Me," "Hi, Hana Bear," "Hi, Angelisa." We get to talk. And then you get to ask questions, and you get to learn, and you get to expand, and you get to grow. And what happens is, because language is not your first language, the more time that you spend in automatic writing, the more your frequency shifts, the more that your frequency changes. So if you say, "Michael, you're not the person you were last year," true. "You're not the person you were 2 years ago," true. Actually, it's easy to see. I have over 10 years of shows on here. You can look at what I was like 10 years ago. I was a good guy. I like to believe I was a good guy. But I have changed because of the time I've spent bathing in that resonant frequency. And you can do the same thing too. So I've got a coupon code here, almost half off. Hana Bear will get you that. She'll put that in the chat. Come join us tomorrow night. Would be honored to have you there. Be honored to teach it to you, as would your higher self and your future self. If you can't afford us, let us know. And we'll do what we can to get you in. I've never turned anyone away. Why? The whole world changes when we're in connection with our higher self, when we're in connection with our future self, when we're vibrating with that better, brighter version of ourselves. And I put better in quotes because there's this whole thing in the self-help movement, there's a whole thing in the spiritual movement that says you are less than, you are broken, there's something about you that gets to be fixed. Nothing gets to be fixed. And simply, do we want to tune you up? Do we want to attune you to a higher frequency? The frequency you're at isn't broken. The frequency you're at is perfect for right now. And we don't need to stay there. So we're just going to crank it up, take you to the next octave, or to the next level. I've got a Hana Bear's keyboard next to me. Take you to one octave, and then the next, and then the next, and next, and bring you up, and bring you up, until you bring you up still, until you're living the greatest, most amazing, highest resonant frequency of them all, and highest resonant life. And how does it get any better than this? All right, I'm going to use my tissue for a second. I'm going to answer at max 3 short questions. I'm looking at the time. We are definitely calling this at the 1 hour mark. Thank you for hanging in there, though. Thank you for being so patient at the beginning. Because we definitely had some tech challenges here tonight, and we got past them. So if you've hung in there this long, you're amazing, you're incredible, and you are already on the way to vibrating in harmony, in frequency with your future self. All right, we're going to go to questions. Hold on for one brief moment here. Oh, I don't know that I could actually find... Oh, there it is. Hold on. And please put, if you don't mind, put in here, A, where you are from, B, what temperature it is there, and C, who do you wish your future self to be? Or one attribute that you would like to see and feel in your future self. Put that down here. All right. Let's take those 3 special questions. From Dibs, how is Michael feeling with all the extra energy floating around? A, Dibs, you're right. B, awesome. C, I've been sleeping less, but that's actually because we had this photo shoot this week. And D, I'm harnessing the energy. It's something I talked about with Dr. Michael Lennox last week. There is a tremendous amount of energy. And yes, we've got, 3i Atlas, we've got solar flares, we've got God knows what going on in the news and everything around the world and blubbity, blubbity, blubbity. I don't even need to go there. We've got storms, we've got floods, we've got everything going on. We've got Schumann's resonance. I can go on and on about why our energy is feeling weird. The moon a full moon we just had. Or we can ground into it. We can breathe into it. And we can Tai Chi or turn the energy around and use it. Oh my God, Vietnam, beautiful. We can use it for something positive. Don't be afflicted or infected by those who say, good grief, look at the energy. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stuck. I'm anxious. I can't do anything. You can't do anything. This is just too much for us to take. The time is moving too fast. Blah, 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 blah. That's all story. The only thing that's real is the energy, not the labels behind it, Dibs. So the question with the energy is, yes, there's a huge amount of energy right now. What do you want to do with it? For ourselves, photo shoot this week. Automatic writing with you. Heck, took a little while with the tech challenges to get grounded into this evening. Thank you for staying with me. But we're able to turn that energy around. You could feel it. You could sense it into something crazy special. So it's a choice, Dibs. Where do you want to play with that energy? So we've got New Jersey, 24 degrees. Virginia, 25. We've got Eastern Tennessee, 29. It is looking cold out there this evening. All right. Eileen. Oh, Eileen, and I send you so much love. What was I seeing and reading? Eileen, I can't say whether it will help or not. And please forgive me if I make a unsolicited recommendations are worth just that. I get that. And at the same time, you might look into a neurochiropractor. They may or may not be able to help because MS at the end of the day is energy that is not flowing. I mean, that's my layman's interpretation and my layman's interpretation only. All right, Eileen, you wrote, I can't write well because of MS. My hands are kind of numb. How do I do automatic writing without using a pen? Eileen, it is very doable with dictation. It takes a little extra training. It takes a little extra practice, but it is very doable. And so if you come to our automatic writing class, I would be happy to answer in Q&A what we can do to fine-tune the process so you can do automatic writing without writing. Now, at the end of the day, when you practice automatic writing a lot, for any written automatic writing practitioner, you start to hear the words, you start to have the conversations in your head before pen even goes to paper. I can certainly kick back, well, I'm hearing the words right now, but I can kick back at the end of the day and have very long, deep conversations in automatic writing without putting pen to paper at all. And so I can teach you how to start doing that process, Eileen, tomorrow night if you'd like. And I'd be certainly honored to help you. From Mystic Gypsy, how do you vibrate to a specific frequency? You match frequency by feeling it. Michael, I don't know how to feel my future self. Do you feel abundant? Yeah, probably. Do you feel at peace? Yeah, probably. Can you feel abundant and at peace? Okay, a little bit. Do you feel healthy? Oh, that would be great. How would you feel if you felt healthy? Oh my God. Ooh. All right. Now you're talking. How would you live your life? What would you do if you're happier, if you're healthier, if you're more abundant, if you're more at peace, if you're loved and supported, all these things? I don't know. Can you see yourself walking down the street? Yeah, I could see myself walking down the street. All right, you strutting your stuff? Yeah. You feeling better, more energized? Yeah. You're going to go get yourself an Uber, a cab, or you're going to meet up with somebody? Oh, I don't know. I feel better. Guess what? You just put yourself in a resonant frequency with your future self without trying, without efforting, without having to do anything. You simply played with your imagination, and the resonant frequency was there. That's what we're talking about. You don't have to see details. You don't have to see specifics. You are just playing. We did this as kids, and it worked out. You saw yourself riding a bicycle. You got a new bicycle. I hope you did. You saw yourself playing with tea or whatever it is, and all of a sudden there's tea. You got in the resonant frequency of something already realized, and with any blessings, parents' assistance, somebody's assistance, it took place. We are just taking this to a new level here tonight. What happens is, last note, then let's go into a meditation, very brief meditation. The key that unlocks the door to your future, the key that unlocks the door to your future self, is simply that energy of your future self realized. What does that mean? Imagine your future self. I can't imagine my future self. Go watch some positive movies, and then go imagine your future self. Michael, what do positive movies have to do with my future self? When you see the end of some good movies, when you see a Walter Mitty feeling really proud at the end, rough and ready, when you see the guy gets the girl, or the girl gets the girl, or they get the they, whatever it is, and you can feel, oh my God, a good movie makes you feel that, at the end of it. Now go and envision your future self from that feeling state. And you use the key to unlock that future for you, or you unlock that future toward you. Technically, your future begins pulling you to it because you've hooked a line in them, or they've hooked a line in you. Sorry about using the fishing analogy, but you get what I'm saying. And you are pulled toward each other. And how does it get any better than this? All right. Use one more tissue here. This is what happens after you spend the evening outside. It was such a cool photo shoot, and we have such an amazing photographer. Oh my God! I'm a goofy kid at heart, and so in between the I was giggling and laughing, giggling. And here I am here tonight. Michelle Heron asks, any movie recommendations? That is a really tough one, Michelle, because my movies continuously rule. I will see what I can recommend to, it'd be cool to have a little webpage or something, Michael's movie recommendations. I know with the clothing I was wearing tonight is actually the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. He goes on such a hero's journey and such a beautiful arc. But there are so many amazing movies out there. There's so many that get to be avoided as well. Because you get in resonant frequency of whatever you watch. If you get in a resonant frequency with something you don't like, send it love. Send it love, send it love, send it love. When I find out what happens here the last few days, I'm not going to go after the negative, worthless stimulation here, but if you find out what happens, and the big stories always chase you down, you send love, you send love, you send even more love. Why? It is the antidote to the energy that you're feeling. You end up vibrating with the energy of love, even though that you've just read about a catastrophe or something worse. You vibrate at the frequency of love. And from that frequency of love, you can do something about it, either on the physical plane or the etheric plane, meaning above, beyond physical, where we play at the level of energy. Oh, last question here I got to take. The Adamra. If I'm still mad at people from my past, does that block my future self? No, and forgive them. You have nothing to gain by holding on to that. You have everything to lose by holding on to that poison that you're drinking twice. You're drinking the poison once, trying to send it to them. You're drinking the poison twice because it comes right back to harm you. Let them go. Let it go. Now let's be honest. In this country, there's been so much more trauma. There's been so much more molestation. There's been so much more abuse than anybody ever cares to, than you'll ever see in a statistic, because who wants to come forward? Even that, forgive and let go. Forgive does not mean you need to hang out with. Forgiving basically means this. I give it to you, universe. I'll send you love. I don't want anything to do with you. I send you love. I give you the wound and trauma. I'm moving on. And most importantly, forgive yourself. That's where the greatest healing comes from. That's where the greatest healing takes place. All right, let's dive into this. I'm looking at the time here. Technically, we've got time for a 3 or 4 minute meditation here. Maybe the tiniest tick longer. I'm really doing my best to cap these now at about an hour. So let's dive in. Let's put our feet on the floor, and thank you for joining me here this evening. Thank you for hanging in here during the early snafus when we started and it said ending. Who hangs in there when something says ending when you click start? Feel your feet pitter-pattering on the floor. Feel yourself squiggling back and forth in your seat. Massage your hands on your thighs. Breathe in deep from the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. In and out. As you continue to breathe in nice and gentle and slow, I want you to take a walk with me. Just you and me out on a nice walk. Maybe it's in a beautiful park, Central Park, wherever it is. Maybe there's water by the side. Maybe take me to your favorite place. And you start walking with me. And you start telling me about your future self. Yeah, I want to be rich, happy, peace. Heck, I want to be able to walk without pain. I want to be able to, ride a bike again. Be on stage, sing, dance, play. Tell me all about it. Now, the funniest thing happens as you continue to tell me all about it. At one point, you look to your side, and I'm no longer next to you. But your future self. You are the you a year from now, the ascended version of yourself that is running, dancing, hopping, skipping, playing, singing, trumpet, trombone, drums, wealthy, healthy. The you that you've always wanted to be, the you that you were describing to me, is now there by your side. So what do? You walk with them. If you dare, take their hand, go in hand with them. Start to talk to them. It is so crazy amazing that you're here. I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie. I cannot believe that you are here with me. Can I anchor this in for a minute? Is this real? Yeah. Can I feel your presence? Yeah. Will I actually become you? Yeah. Or something even more. You keep walking with this person. You keep talking with this person. And suddenly, you start to become confused in a sense, confused in the best way. You start to feel as if they're them, more confident, healthier, wealthier, more secure, more at peace. more at ease. And as you keep walking, you suddenly realize you are feeling as if you are your future self realized. And as you look to your side, it's almost a glimpse, it's almost something that you double take, but you see your future self suddenly slip into you. And suddenly, you are them and they are you. You are the you at the end of 2026. You are the you that is on fire. You are the you that has accomplished so much, that feels so much better, that is finally doing, saying, feeling whatever it is that you've desired. And at the end of this coming year, it's real, it's here. How did it get any better than this? You feel it, you take it in, you're like, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. How did this happen? How could this be? Is this real? You almost want to stop and check your pulse. Maybe you do, but then you realize it is real. You are vibrating at the frequency of the future you. In fact, what I'd like you to do right now before we end this is I'd like you to take just 10 seconds, maybe just 3 short breaths, so maybe it'll be a little longer than 10 seconds. Feel your future self realized. Feel that peak state. Feel those peak emotions. Feel how great you can feel with your future self realized. Beginning right now with 3 sweet breaths. In. Out. In. Out. Excuse me. In and out. Feel your future self. Tap on your heart. Literally feel your future self. Know that you're in resonance, becoming one with your future self. And that something even greater is coming your way. And as you open your eyes and you start to come back, know that this walk was real. Know that your future self was real. Know that in a very real sense, you have merged with your future self. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So I send all my love your way. Please come join us tomorrow night, almost half off, to try it out, automatic writing, learn how to connect with your future self, learn how to channel, learn how to get guidance, learn how to hear from your higher self, your higher team, your angels, your guides, whatever we want to call it, especially your future self. Do this exercise here tonight. Do it tomorrow. I merge with my future self, and I merge with the energy of my higher self. Do this for this next week, if not further beyond, and see how great you feel. And then if you don't mind, share this with everyone you know. Give it a big thumbs up. Let people know, hey, you may have to hang in there for that first minute or two as it says ending. Oh dear gosh. Excuse me. But share it please, and share it with the world. And then come join us. We got all tomorrow night. We got Mystics Wednesday night. Come join us for Sonia Choquette Thursday night. And a beautiful, beautiful show where we go to light, where we go to love, where we change your frequency from a frequency that tells you you're broken, that tells you there's something wrong with you, to your highest vibrational self. And to me, that is a mighty, mighty woohoo. I send love, I send love, I send love. And by this time next week, actually, I hope in a couple of days, I will have a flyer out and a registration page out to come join us and our Unity family at Unity Orlando, January 23rd and 24th. How does it get any better than this? I love you, I love you, I love you even more. And you are rockin' awesome. You and your future self, perfect just as you are. Now, here's some music from, if I can find it here with everything going weird here tonight, from my dear sister, quite literally, Ayla Ray. There we go. We started with it saying we're ending, and we're finishing with it too. Lots of love, everyone.
Every day there's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing, earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears that rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations. Shine, hold the sunlight on your chest and fly. Look to the sky, let your spirit shine brightly, shine brightly. Oh, shine. Share the magic deep in your soul. Feel glitter around you. Live your greatest truth. Catch those dreams, swimming beside